What is going on, one? Welcome to week 9 of the UBL, the final week we are going up against Johnny GB, coach of the Oregon Duckletts, and I'm just kind of hoping to have a good time my final week here. I'm 8-0. I have gone undefeated. No one in the UBL apparently has ever gone undefeated before, so that is my goal by the end of this, to be the one or the first person to be able to do that. This game means very little to both me and Johnny GB. It is impossible for me to lose first seed, which also means the quarterfinals bye, and it is impossible for him to make playoffs. So I'm not sure if he's going to meme. I'm not sure what it's going to be. I decided to bring a semi-serious team. Most of the teams, sometimes I'd meme, sometimes I wouldn't, but given that it's kind of an undefeated season on the line, I kind of want to try my best. That being said, as you can see on your screen, I'm trying to bring Skuntank this time because poor Skuntank hasn't even left its ball this time around. So I did bring it against under the radar, but it never got to show up. So I want to bring it this time, and thankfully, since he has a Psychic Terrain team, having a Dark type seems to make some bit of sense here. So I'm going to show you what the matchup is. It's a little bit small, but hopefully you all can see it. It's Lele, Alakazam, Ferrothorn, Gyarados, Crocodile, Galvantula, Hitmonlee, Charizard, Garbodor, Armaldo, and Eldegoss. I'm definitely not discounting any of his low-tier threats because he has been bringing them a lot, especially Charizard as well. But generally, he has a lot of scary things. I think perhaps the reason why he hasn't been doing so well this season is because his defense is kind of lackluster, but outside of sort of Garrett, or outside of Ferrothorn, really, there's kind of the low-tier stuff, and that's about it. So if I can sort of just break through his offense quicker than his offense can break through my own team, hopefully I'll have a good shot to pick up the win here and keep this undefeated record. So that's the goal, alongside giving Skuntank some love. So those are the two goals of this game. You know, keep the win streak alive and let Skuntank come out of its ball at least, you know what I mean? So we are bringing in Assault Vest Skuntank, meant to take on things like Alakazam and Tapu Lele. It's also nice for things like Galvantula. It surprisingly takes very little damage, and I am investing purely in Spadef, but no HP. So I'm basically max speed, max Spadef. It's a little wonky. There's like extraneous EVs in other places, but generally speaking, this is what I'm bringing EV-wise, as you can see there. And I'm bringing Stench because I have a lot of things that can paralyze, and I'm kind of hoping to do some Paraflinch shenanigans here. Bringing Poison Jab, Foul Play, Fire Blast, and Sucker Punch, none of which can crit on their own, so the Stench gives them a 10% chance to do so. Foul Play is just in case Gyarados tries to set up on me. Otherwise, I'm hitting Poison Jab quite often. I will say the one thing that doesn't, you know, that I don't hit too well is Crocodile, but that being said, like, one, I have a really solid answer to Crocodile that you'll see later, and two, I'm not going to stay in on it anyway and like play rough, so I figured having Fire Blast and Sucker Punch were a little bit more important. Sucker Punch to be able to pick off things, even if terrain is up, it'll at least be able to pick off things like Gyarados, even if terrain is up, and also be able to pick off things like Alakazam if terrain is not up. So pretty good either way, and then Fire Blast is obviously for the Ferrothorn. We are bringing Jules, this time for the first time without Hurricane. We are bringing Air Slash this time, and I don't want to jinx anything for playoffs, and I feel like I'm going to already, but this means that we never missed a Hurricane this entire regular season, now that we've brought this Air Slash. So maybe we'll miss an Air Slash. Maybe Karma's going to like come to us, and it's going to tell us, why didn't you bring Hurricane? But Air Slash is for the obvious, you know, Paraflinch sort of idea behind this team. We have Air Slash, Heat Wave, U-Turn, Defog. I generally think Flying Spab looks just so amazing against me. Against him, rather. He doesn't have a single resist, so just fucking spam Air Slashes, hopefully get some flinches. If I was trying a little bit harder, I probably might run Specs Hurricane this game, but ultimately I do want to have the defog option, and I do like having boots still, and I also want to flinch things, so we're Air Slashing people. The next one is Jirachi. I'm finally bringing a Scumbag Jirachi set, finally. I mean, I guess I have brought Scumbag Jirachi sets in the past with, like, the Wish sets against JV with just, like, Iron Head as the attacking move, but, like, I feel like this is probably the scummiest I brought so far. I'm bringing Body Slam, I'm bringing Iron Head, I'm bringing Fire Punch, I'm bringing Thunder Punch, I'm bringing Protective Pads as well, which not only prevents the Iron Barbs for Ferrothorn, but it also prevents the Aftermath from Garbodor. So either way, I feel pretty solid about it. Thunder Punch is really nice to have in the back for things like Gyarados that think it can safely set up on me. I'm going to try and hide the fact that I have it. I'm going to try and not reveal it too early and make him think that he's safe setting up on me, and then bust it out when I'm able to. But it's really just, I think it's literally max attack, max speed, because I want to speed tie with Charizard. So there you go. The next one is an Oblivious Mamoswine to block Crocodile's Intimidates, and we're running Assault Vest on this as well. I do love my Assault Vest, you know, and obviously the reason behind it is just because his special attackers are really threatening against me. Things like Galvantula, things like Special Charizard, things like Tapu Lele, things like Alakazam really blow me back. And while I love Skuntank, while I think Skuntank's going to do a lot of work here, I also at the same time think that there's a good chance that it'll get whittled down possibly quite quickly. So having a backup AV user is going to be pretty nice. We are running Earthquake, Superpower, Rock Blast, and Ice Shard. Rock Blast is to possibly nab the KO on Galvantula through the Focus Sash, hopefully, and if not, then we can go for Ice Shard the next turn. Superpower hits things like Ferrothorn and Crocodile just as hard as like Icicle Crash would. Obviously, Superpower hits Ferrothorn harder, and then I guess Icicle Crash would hit Crocodile harder, but it's not too much harder based on the base power difference, so I decided to go with Superpower on this one. And it's really just to hit the Ferrothorn. So the other thing too is Earthquake, obviously, just hits everything. So cool. I think I was considering sorry about that. I was considering Freeze Dry for the Gyarados, but decided Rock Blast is better. Hopefully I don't decide against that. We'll see. I don't know. But it's too late now. I already done it, so we'll see. We are bringing a max speed Druddigon, purely just because we want to get rocks up ASAP, and we want to glare things and be able to outspeed them after we glare them. I'm literally max speed, max HP, or maybe some special attack as well. I didn't think about it fully. The reason I'm running special instead of physical, Heat Wave allows me to get a 2-hit KO on Ferrothorn. Flamethrower would not do this, and honestly I just thought it looked funny, and I think it could do work here. Obviously Glare and Roar stop things like setup mons, but it's really a suicide rocker at best, so that's kind of the goal behind it. Get a Glare off, go for rocks next turn, just go ham. So that is the goal behind Druddigon. And finally, this is kind of our check to Gyarados if it doesn't have Power Whip, Crocodile if it's just offensive in general, as well as things like Hitmonlee as well. I'm going to keep this in the back as long as I can until I absolutely need to send it out. It is a fully physically defensive Restock Primarina. It's kind of the one Scummy set I'm bringing. Well, I guess most of the sets I'm bringing this week are Scummy, given I'm doing the whole Paraflinch thing, but it's kind of the bulky, disgusting set that I'm bringing this week. So, yeah, just dual stab hits him pretty hard. Rest, Sleep, Talk. Ferrothorn obviously beats this pretty well, but there isn't really much Primarina gets that beats Ferrothorn back, and I feel like I have switch-ins to it anyway. Specifically, Torn comes in on it and defogs its hazards away or just pressures it out with a Heat Wave. So either way, pretty solid. So that is the team. Hopefully we pick up a win here. If not, like I said, I won't be too mad because I'm already clinched for the first seed, but it would be nice to finish 9-0 instead of 8-1. So why not? Also, pretty funny, random, important thing to note is that this is the only game in the entire like week of UBL that like doesn't matter. Every single other game like has massive playoff implications, so I have no idea who I could like even possibly be playing. There's like 10 people fighting for playoff spots in like a 14-person league. It's absolutely fucking nuts. So we'll see how it goes. But go check out other coaches' channels for this week, because they're definitely going to be very exciting, enticing games for sure. So go check it out. All right, see you on the game. Trying to have fun here in these last, in this last week of the regular season before things get a little bit crazy for playoffs, you know. So the playoff race is really tight right now. The results are coming in constantly. And it's scary to see, just like, because a bunch of 4-4 people are matching up against each other. You got to be 5-4 to get in. So it's scary to see who's making playoffs. Anyway, let's see what Johnny brings. Sure, it will be an exciting one. He brings... I didn't really expect the Armaldo or the Charizard, but I don't mind them, really, because Primarina takes them on very well. Thing that didn't come that kind of surprises me is... God, I don't even remember at this point. He had something. Galvantula. Galvantula I was very scared of, so I'm glad that's not here. In terms of... I can't speak. In terms of lead options, I think that Mamoswine looks pretty good in general. I do like the Ice Shard chip, so... No, wait a minute. I forgot how this team works. The team works by leading with Druddigon. Forgot about that one. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how the team works. It's a suicide lead. I totally forgot I built a suicide lead for this game. Dredigan the suicide lead. Let's go. Hi, little 1 a.m. editor's note. I promise this won't be very long, but just before we get into this game in the UBL, I want to say, like, again, to reiterate, this game does not matter, but I definitely, this game is a very fun game. Like, I hope you all enjoy it, but I don't make a single play in this game. I don't make one play. I don't make one prediction or really anything at all. I just sort of make the obvious play every single time. So I wanted to forewarn that for people who are looking for kind of more educational content. I'm not very proud of how this game went. I'm not going to spoil the result. I could have won, I could have lost, but generally speaking, this is like the worst I've played in UBL in hindsight, because I just did not make a single prediction. I ended up playing my UPB game that you just saw a few days earlier after this, so I got in my groove a little bit afterwards. But I just wanted to say, for people who are looking for more educational content, this is probably not the video to watch, as much as some of my other videos perhaps. But I hope you enjoyed the game nonetheless, and yeah, enjoy. I imagine if he leads Crook or Romaldo, he'll try and get up his own rocks, which I don't mind. I'm perfectly happy paralyzing either one of those things. With Glare, I want to make sure that I know I'm 214 speed. Steve Irwin, okay. I get a free Glare off here, and this is, I'm going to be able to find out what this Crocodile is. We do see the Intimidate. We don't see Ferrothorn. That's what's crazy. Okay. Well, I think I want to fire off a Glare here. I just want to make sure I'm not like making a huge mistake by not firing off a Glare. If I don't, 110, if he's Scarf, he'll be 237, so I won't outspeed him afterwards. Earthquake does 47 to 56. I think I'm going to Glare. No, I think I'm going to Rocks, actually. It's tough to say. No, I think I'm going to Glare. Glare's a little bit more important here, I think. He goes for a Toxic, that's fine. So I should be able to get Rocks next turn, which is what's sick. You see the Toxic here. And I'm very, very interested to see what comes out here. I honestly have no idea. Paralyzing this thing is spectacular, though, if he is... I mean, I don't think he's Scarf now that he's revealed Toxic, but it'll just slow it down either way. It'll make Primarine outspeed it, actually, which is kind of huge. He actually switches out, which is a little bit interesting. Switches into the Tapu Lele. That is, I think, fine by me. We are going to see what this thing is. I can very easily preserve Dredigan here as I get my rocks up. I wish I double glared, but that would have been kind of insane, wouldn't it? Do I think he makes like a hard, crazy Shadow Ball read? Oh, my protective pads are so useless right now. Moonblast or Shadow Ball. I want to keep this alive for... Yeah, I think I'm going to go Rachi, to be honest, and just fire off Iron Heads. I don't really know what he switches into it with. And if he goes Shadow Ball, he'll do a lot, to be fair. But then we'll know if it's Scarf afterwards. He does make the read. Good on him. We'll see how much this does. Whoa, that is Choice Specs, right? Because no crit? Yep. Okay. Okay, so this thing is Choice Specs. That's actually terrifying. But good to know. How free is Ironhead here? I accidentally just clicked it, so I guess it's free, for all I know. I wish I body slammed there, but alas. Steve Irwin comes out. It's the Crocodile. I don't like this very much, because that just chipped my Rachi down to a proportion that is wildly uncomfortable. But you know what? Here we are. Is this thing leftovers? It's not. So I imagine I'll try and get his rocks up here. It's not the biggest duel in the world. I guess I go into my... There's no Hitmonlee, so... Scald actually looks really free against this team, so I'm gonna go into Primarina, try and fire off a Scald. See what he goes for. Oh, that Shadow Ball read was really good on him. Perhaps it was really obvious, to be fair. Alright, so I'm just gonna go for a Scald here. Is Moonblast more free? Moonblast hits everything. but burns are nice. But Moonblast is more free, I think. So let's Moonblast. Fantail. Gyarados. That's fine. I'm a little... Oh, he's not Boots. That's interesting. Okay. So I get a crit there. He's leftovers. Am I afraid of Power Whip? Marginally. I think he brings it, to be fair. What if I go into Tornadus here? I think that's a nice play. Because I don't think he DDs on me, right? That'd be kind of crazy. Waterfall. Okay. It's not the worst thing. Like I said, his team is really flying weak. So it doesn't bother me too much. I need to make sure Air Slash kills, but I imagine it does. Does Air Slash do 30%? I'm max attack. Air Slash is 34. Looks to be basically in range. Oh my god, I missed an Air Slash. I've never missed a Hurricane this season. I missed an Air Slash. That's so impressive. God damn. Okay. That makes this a lot harder. He's Moxie. Oh, man. Okay. How do I want to do this? Wow, I've lost all speed control. Holy shit, that's bad, actually. How do I beat Zam? Oh, fuck. Okay, I guess I shouldn't have risked that. Jesus. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to Thunder Punch here. Does Body Slam KO? I doubt it. Wow, that's so bad. Oh, that's so funny, though. That's what I get. Body Slam. Okay, I have to Thunder Punch. Okay, thankfully, he stays in, gives this to me. It's a relief. How do I win this? How do I win this? How do I win this? Wow, that's so bad. I can't believe that just happened. I'm like excited that I just missed Air Slash because I like never missed Hurricane this season. I said in the team villa, I was like, watch me miss Air Slash now that I'm bringing it for the one time and I miss Air Slash. That's so impressive. Oh my god. I didn't have a switch in anyway, so I couldn't U-turn, you know? We're gonna see Zam come out here. Terrain is not up, so AD Skuntank looks free. Skuntank finally gets to... Oops. Skuntank finally gets to come out of its ball. That's kind of thrilling. And I think I click Foul Play against Zam. It should 2-KO. I mean, I imagine. Right? I could attempt to play rough, but it just seems kind of mediocre. I need to keep Jirachi alive now because it's the only way I can revenge this thing. Goes for Psy Shock, so I make that read right. And now the question is, do I want to make a read of my own? I think Foul Play is still the best way I can hit Crocodile. So I don't mind just going for Foul Play here. What up, Skuntank? Welcome out of your ball for the first time this season. That's so impressive. I'm like, I missed. Tornadus misses. He switches out, so I imagine he's gonna go into Crocodile here. Clamps, actually. I wonder how much this does. I feel like if this 2 goes, then I just stay in and go for it again. It's not 2 go. Okay. Do I think he like spins here or something? Maybe. It's a little scary. Does Razor have any reason to exist right now? I don't think so. I think that's going to be nice chip if he goes for any move, really. Goes for Rapid Spin. So I can just spam rocks in front of this thing, I think. I can at least attempt to. Do I glare here? I actually think I want to roar, maybe. I don't think I'm getting rocks up against this thing, because he's just gonna outspeed me and do the thing again. Like, that's a losing battle for me. I think I glare. I still outspeed him, that's really funny. Goes for knockoff, that's fine. Now what I think I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and rocks again. And if he's smart, he'll spin again. But he might not. He gets fully paralyzed. That kind of sucks ass for me. Please, like, die. Oh, shit. Okay. I guess I Heat Wave here just for damage. It sucks that he's gonna get this spin off now. I was hoping I'd die to that. This is gonna do, like, nothing, but whatever. He goes for spin, so he gets the KO here, and he's gonna keep rocks off the field, which sucks, but whatever. Trying to figure out how to win this now. So he manages to get rid of those. I go into this and I click Ice Shard, I think. It's +2. I definitely outspeed him with Earthquake. I think I go into this and just click EQ. This does a lot of work to him right now. I actually can just safely Ice Shard, I'm pretty sure. But Ice Shard should KO, right? I'm not crazy. I'm actually worried I'm going to lose this, because I think he's actually playing pretty well. Or I'm just playing really terribly. That's another option. I definitely... I mean, how would I have known that the thing was going to miss? Okay, I think... He Rapid Spin twice, right? I'm 90. Am I minus speed? Did I fuck that up? I might be minus speed. RIP. Okay, well, we're gonna Earthquake anyway. Hope he doesn't outspeed. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, because Dread still outsped when he was paralyzed in +1, so I figured... I think I accidentally went minus speed on this thing without realizing, but these things happen. So this thing's dead now. I have no clue what he goes into. No clue. No idea. Tapu Bebe. I thought that was at a much, much, much lower amount of health. Okay, so this thing's gonna spec Psychic me, right? So I'm gonna be able to see what he locks into here. I'm pretty sure. Earthquake should be free, because I get to see what he locks into. If he locks into Moonblast, I can play around that. If he locks into Moonblast. Do I take 2 of these, given how AV I am? I do. That's kind of huge. Okay. So that's nice. I do like that. Now, do I think he goes into, like, Charizard here? Maybe, but I don't think I risk it. He does switch out. Maybe I should have made that read. He goes into Gen 1. Is he gonna blitz here? The safe move is always Primarina, right? I think it is. Because Scald should take one at this point. If he DDs, or like, because I know he's been bringing DD a lot. He does DD. I should have Rock Blasted. I'm so pissed. I'm playing this so badly. Okay. If he has Thunder Punch, good on him. I just have to Scald. I have no choice. I hope this takes it out. He does have Thunder Punch. Okay, we live. And I'm in Torrent range, I'm pretty sure. Sick. I do crit. Don't know if that mattered, but I'm in Torrent range. Let me check. I usually don't check these things during games, but no, Scald nuked. Do I preserve? I don't really have a reason for this to exist. I think I'm just gonna Moonblast. Goes for Nasty Plot, good on him. So the weirdness goes away. I think it's going to come down to Skuntank. I should take with Skuntank. Come on, Skuntank. Tell me you're the GOAT. I need to figure out what the best way to hit this thing is. Nothing should OHKO me, I believe. Focus Blast at +2 should never be doing it. Ever. Foul Play. Poison Jab does marginally more. And then I Paraflinch with Rachi. Is what I do. I'm 99% sure. He Gleams. Even better. Barring a crit, I should take this. Yep. This should kill. Lovely Skuntank, well done. Very proud of you. Good times. Good times. Rachi should outspeed Lele, so I am skeptical about the prospect of switching out here. I feel like I can... Let me look at this. Let me think about this. Because he Moonblast here, then I go into Kyle. I hit Earthquake. Hit Super... Yeah, okay. I stay in here, always. I should die to, like, whatever. Yeah, he goes for Moonblast. Which means then I go into Mamoswine. I take this Moonblast. I go for EQ. If he goes into Crook, I could just Ice Shard it, right? He just stays in, so he goes for the crit. He gets the crit. And now it's going to come down to Rachi, Paraflinching, Crook. You love to see it. Oh, that's so fucking funny. Get that shit out for playoffs, right? I guess I should have gone to this, but the mentality was... The mentality was, if he went Crook, I would have had to go back into Mamoswine. It wouldn't have worked. He could have, like, gone for CC or something. It would have come down to the same situation, I think. If I take that and kill, then since Crook is paralyzed, I just outspeed it with Mamo. Or I ice shard it and then get a thing. Alright, we need like a bunch of these. I'm not too upset. I'm a little annoyed that like the undefeated season comes down to this, but whatever. There's one. There's two. So I got the win. By the skin of my teeth. That's pretty fucking nuts. Wow. Okay, good game to Johnny. That was a ridiculously hacksy game. I don't really know what to say about that. From the air slash miss on Tornadus, it put me in a very bad situation from the get-go because it gave me no options to outspeed things like Lele and Zam, with the exception of this Rachi that, all fairness to him, he made a great play shadowballing on. That combined with the this crit with Moonblast definitely made the endgame very scary, but I'm glad that the Ironhead flinches, I guess, made up for it. Probably not my most comfortable win. I would definitely say that this is probably one of my least, I mean, next to Incog, probably one of my lesser comfortable wins in the UBL, but a win nonetheless. Another 1-0, which we've had a few of this season. We've also had a few big ones this season, so we do finish 9-0. We're going to be the top seed. We were always going to top seed, win or lose, which is why I'm not too stressed about this. But we're going to probably have to be a little bit more on our game when we play in semifinals, because I definitely felt a little bit out of it here. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you all later.